she running away. She said she can't take it no more, no. So she ran away. She can't love him, said she running away. She said she can't take it no more, no. So she ran away.
Hey family. So today we are making some aloe vera oil along with some this is my aloe vera. So I'm going to make some aloe vera oil. I'm going to make some treatment, and I am going to make some leave-in aloe vera, and this will be applied to dreads. So I'm going to show you how I make it. I apply it to Babe's dreads. I'm going to show you how I wash his hair on wash day, and how I treat his scalp. We haven't done this particular procedure in a while, so I noticed his dandruff is starting to come back in the front. So I will show you that process when I am actually doing his hair. But right now we are making the oil. So what I already have here in the pot, I just thought, hey, why don't you film this? So sorry that you didn't see me putting it in, but there's no measurement to it. So first I added the virgin olive oil. So I use extra virgin olive oil. Then I added some sesame seed oil. Then I added some avocado oil. And then I added some coconut oil. So that's what I have in a pot. Right now my pot is on low. I'm going to put it on medium because I am about to add the aloe vera. Jeez. So I'm going to add the aloe vera to that and let it simmer with the different oils so everything can bind, and it's going to extract all of the aloe vera juice and oils out of it. Okay, so for my aloe vera, what I did is this is 2 aloe veras in here. So I washed it really clean, and after washing it, I cut it up, and then I cut those pieces in half. Again, sorry that I already did this, but you can kind of see what I did. So this is the jelly. Now, some people say that the aloe vera itches them. Let me explain to you about aloe vera. Being from the Caribbean, using this from small, and being around the elderly, I understand aloe vera. So the reason why aloe vera itches, if you ever cut a fresh aloe vera, you will see it leaking, and we call that the blood. That is what itches you. There's a blood that's like, it's in the skin, and that is what itches. It does not normally itch the scalp, but it will itch like if you put it on your face, you feel it's tingling, itching. Some people feel their hands giving an itch. It's not a bad itch that you're like, oh my God. It's not that type of an itch. But that's what itches. So if you get rid of the skin, and you actually can eat this. So when you eat this, it almost don't have a taste. What gives it the taste is the blood from the skin. So if you can clean the skin away, have only the jelly, then you can consume the jelly. Okay? So that's what itches with aloe vera. Some people thinking the whole thing itches. It does not. And that's only when it's in its raw state like this. It shouldn't itch you after you prepare it as an oil. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I am going to add the aloe vera to my oils and let them cook. And then I'll show you guys how I extract the jelly to create the leave-in conditioner that I'm going to put in his hair. And then I'll show you the actual treatment that I'm going to make. Okay? Sorry, I do not have my camera stand. So this is kind of scary to be doing like this. I'm going to turn my stove down. And you basically letting it cook. I know you see my bananas back there. I am actually cooking some, just a side note, I'm cooking some potato salad, banana, and some conch. Okay, so this is enough. I'm putting some in that I know I can't get the jelly from. Okay, so I'm gonna let that simmer down and extract all of the oil out of the aloe vera. And I am making a lot of oil because I do not, when I have to think on going to make the oil and all of this, I'm like, next time, and it always end up being next time. So I'm making a lot of oil because once the oil is made, you just put it in a bottle and it's good to go. When you make the treatment, you kind of want to use the treatment right away. But if you make the treatment with only the leave-in with only this, you can make it, put it in a bottle, and you can put that in the fridge and continue reusing it. I don't like doing that because then I have something cold going on. I don't know. I just feel when it's fresh, it's fresh. But I just know when oil is done, if you get what I'm saying. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some of this in a blender. And I am going to blend it with a little bit of water. Then I'm going to add a little bit of this oil after it's done to the treatment. And then do a treatment in his hair. And then after that, I am going to make the leave-in, some leave-in to put on his scalp. Okay? Now, how do I do this? I don't have my stand. Okay, guys, let me see how I can put you guys on a stand or put you guys somewhere so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's figure this out. Jag Essential Candles, a luxury candle line made just for you. Enjoy our first ever collection, the BVI collection. Handpicked and custom named just for the BVI. Also, enjoy our signature line. Visit our website today and see what other goodies we have in store for you. We are Black owned and we are proud of it. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I am removing the jelly from the skin. I am using a spoon of aloe vera can get very slippery and slimy. So, you know, you can use a knife, but I don't want to get stabbed or cut with a knife. My knives are pretty sharp. So I am using a spoon. A spoon does it just as good and as quick. So what you want to do is remove all of the jelly from the skin. And the jelly that I am removing, I'm not going to remove all of the jellies, or am I? No, I did remove all of the jellies, and I'm going to use that to make the water, which I'm going to use as a leave-in conditioner, and then you're going to see where I will use the balance of it to make the treatment. One thing I must say with aloe vera, when you're using it, because after you're finished, you seem like you don't get a lot. You kind of want to get like everything, and that's me. Like, I want to get all of the jelly off of the skin. I be trying to get like all of the jelly off of the skin. As you guys can see there, like baby Zyla is being very clingy right now. And she always, like, you could be sitting relaxing and she won't bother you. As soon as you start to do something, now she wants you to lift her up and she wants to get all clingy. So here you see where I have taken, gotten all of the skins off. And now what I am doing, I'm not playing with it. I'm actually picking and squeezing the jelly and that's going to help to, you know, extract the majority of the water out of it, the fluid out of the jelly itself. So that's what I'm doing. I'm picking it up, squeezing, picking it up and squeezing. Now it's time to strain it. So we're going to pour it in the strainer. And the reason for this is you don't want to get that jelly into the hair. It's pretty hard to get it out. It's like you have sand in your hair and you're trying to get that sand out. And imagine that getting between dreads. So guys, you do not want this jelly to get into the dreads. Okay, as you would not be able, like, you won't get all of it out. I promise you, I've made that mistake before. So now that you have all of the liquid you think you can extract out of it, we're going to take the jelly itself, because there's still more nutrients in the jelly, and we will blend that with just I just add like a 1/4 cup of water to help it get liquefied better. And then after that, you're going to see where I added the skins from the ones that I made the oil with. And here I am adding the skin from the oil. So I already made the oil, extract all the oil I could get, and you want to try to use everything. And now I'm going to let the blender liquefy it, and this would be the treatment for the hair. Okay, so now that I finished liquefying it, now you want to strain that out, because you're still going to have some heavy residue. And again, you do not want to get that between the dreads, because it would be hard to get it out. The more liquid form of this that you use is better. It will rinse right out. So with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to the hair, let it go through a heat treatment for 15 to 20 minutes. Then I am going to shampoo that out and add the conditioner and go from there. So just showing you the difference between the water that you can extract from the jelly versus when I blend it out. And then of course, this is the oil where I mix all the different oils together. Okay, so the hair was washed. He washed the hair the day before we had washed it. And I like to do this when the hair is damp. And it's better to twist it when it's damp too. So what I'm doing is just rehydrating the hair by spraying water into it. So that's plain water in that bottle that I am applying to the hair to hydrate the hair back again and get it back damp. Now I am applying the leave-in conditioner that I made with the aloe vera. So that's the liquid aloe vera that I squeezed out of the jelly. This you do not have to rinse out of the hair. It's going to hydrate the hair. It's going to give the hair shine. And it's going to help with the dandruff on the scalp. I have used several things in his hair, and he still gets dandruff. But when I use this natural product, the dandruffs go away. I don't have to worry about the dandruff. So I'm concentrating on the areas where he normally have dandruff, which is in the front of his hair and right down to the back. So what you want to do is massage the scalp really good, and that would open up the pores to let all the nutrients and so forth get into the pores. So give it a good massage into the scalp. You're not really worrying about the end of the hair. Some people don't realize is that as dreads grow, the end of the hair is basically dead hair. No matter what you do to that hair, you can dye it or whatever, but it's still dead hair because it has grown out. So you want to concentrate on the scalp. Now I'm going to apply the oil. So this is the oil. The reason why I'm spraying the oil in, because the application is easier for me to spray it in. I'm gonna cover more of the scalp by spraying it into the scalp versus putting it on my hand, trying to put it in, or even putting it in an applicator bottle. I just find spraying it in is better. So now I am applying it to the ends of the dreads just to help again with the shine on the ends of the hair. But is it going to help that anything with that besides give it some shine? I don't think so. What helps is when it's in the scalp, because that's the new growth. You're concentrating on the new growth. And again, you see where I'm massaging it into where he has the dandruff issues. Okay, this is the retwisting process. I actually was ending the video here, and I noticed that I actually started it. So you didn't get to see when I first started to retwist his dreads. So I do not use any clips or anything, because those can tend to like burst the dreads at some point. They can start to get real tight, irritate the scalp. I do not use any clips. I twist the hair. You will see how I roll it. And once you roll it, it will roll into itself and stay in place. And you don't have to use any clips to hold it. And this process right here goes pretty fast. The part that takes a long time is the styling process. Depends on what style he wants. Guys, you can see where baby's Isla thinks somebody's playing with her, but nobody's playing with her. We're trying to get her to sit down, be quiet. She's really hyper right now. I don't know why. We gave her some water and stuff, trying to get her to settle down, and she's not settling down. So as you can see, I am rolling the hair in my hand, and once you roll it, it's basically gonna wrap into itself and stay in place. And normally when I when we're doing like a wash, like this was a wash, and I am rolling the hair, I roll it all the way out to the end. And that is if any loose hair came out during the wash, you kind of rolling it back into the dread and making the dread be a smooth dread, if that makes sense. So if it's not a wash day, like if I was just really just, you know, styling his hair, giving him a retwist and styling it, I don't roll it all the way out. But once you wash it, you tend to have some little strands that probably will stick out, and you kind of want to roll that back into the dread itself. Now, if you want to know how long he has been growing his dreads, he has been growing his dreads for about, I think, 12 years now. And I have cut them twice, so they could have been a little longer, but I have cut them to even them out. So this is basically how it looked when it was finished. And now I am doing the styling process. So the style that he wants today is, he likes when it's braided down like this. So what I do is I take 3 of the braids and I just create a plait and then put a rubber band on the end. When I'm doing this style, I always have to remember that there's 2 plaits that I have to use 4 strands of hair, because if I continue and only using 3, I'm going to end up with 2 extra ones. So because that's the count of the dreads that he actually have. So we are finished, and this is the finished product. As you can see, his scalp looks very hydrated, very clean. The dreads themselves are very clean. And as you have noticed, I do not use any chemicals or any products in his hair besides natural products. When I am not doing this treatment in his hair, I only use the oil. That's it. I do not use dreads. Do not need all those twisting chemicals and all that other stuff. You do not need to be putting that in dreads. It makes the dreads heavy. It makes them dirty. It damages them. Beauticians or whatever you call them, they use that. But that's to get their job done properly, but you should not be putting that stuff in the hair. You really should. Guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well, with baby Zyla giving you some entertainment. See you guys on the next one.
She said she running away. She said she can't take it no more.